new babe.
What's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction, man. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. So listen, obviously coming from a public safety background, man, I view random acts of kindness to be different than maybe some other people may view it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm often thinking all the time, like, you know, how better off we'd be if we had more people who were willing to do random acts of kindness, just go the extra mile to be nice, all that type of stuff that people feel like is soft, is very, it's not the popular thing for them to do. You know what I'm saying? And like I said again, I come from a public safety background. So being a firefighter, you know, you be amongst people who do that a lot. So for a long time, when I was in it, fully engulfed in it, both feet, you know, when you're around others, man, you think that's, you start to think, you know, but when you get outside of it is when you come in contact with those who don't view random acts of kindness as something you should do on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to me to think that. Now, don't get me wrong. Am I naive to the fact that there are a lot of people who are out here who do philanthropy work, who give back, who do different things? Absolutely there are. There are more than we think. You know what I'm saying? But what gets highlighted on social media and different things like that are not. It's the other things. And that's the type of stuff, because it's entertaining for some people, different things. Now, do I feed into the BS sometimes? Yes, I'm human. You know what I'm saying? But I do like this type of stuff too as well. You know what I'm saying? A lot more. So we're going to be checking out Random Acts of Kindness, Faith in Humanity is Restored. You know what I mean? Just to kind of throw that out there sometimes, man, so people can see it and know it's tangible and still real and prevalent like it is. So we're going to check this video out, man. So if you're new to the channel, man, give your boy a follow, subscribe, like, all that type of stuff, man. All right? And stick around. We're going to, oh, and make sure you, I was about to feel like I was about to close the video. I was about to say, stick around and stay tuned till the next reaction. My bad. No, man, check the vlog channel out, man. We should be dropping a new vlog either today or tomorrow. It's probably tomorrow. All right, so let's check this video out.
Firemen spotted an unconscious kitten laying lifeless on the floor of a burning house. A few moments later, the fireman puts an oxygen mask around its face while using cold water to bring the unconscious patient back to life. A Russian police...
Now, I'll be honest with you right there, at that first scene there, that's something that he thought of probably outside of the box, because, or they may be taught that at their department. I was never taught that at my department. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where he picked up that skill to be able to do that, but we were never taught that. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope to have, though, because he was able to, like, for us, a lot of times we get in there and when they've been succumbed to smoke inhalation, man, 9 times out of 10, they're gone. So the thing I was expecting them to do was to, you know, when you take that body or that animal, that dead animal out of the house, you don't want to bring it past the family. So what a lot of times we would do is try to remove the animal where the family didn't have to see that, because you didn't want to bring that pain to them. You know, it was bad enough they're already knowing that it's happened, but to see the body a lot of times elevates it even worse. So a lot of times we would try to remove the animal without them having to see the body.
Policeman used his patrol car to stop a speeding car, saving the lives of the pedestrians crossing the road. It is a good thing that it only took him just seconds to act. Even though some people were a little banged up, no one was injured.
Wow.
This woman notices an old man
Wow. Talk about fast acting. Give that cop his praise.
Saving the lives of the pedestrians crossing the road. It is a good thing that it only took him just seconds to act. Even though some people were a little banged up, no one was injured. This woman notices an old man shuffling across the busy street when it begins to rain. She rushes towards him to give him an umbrella. What a great act of kindness. An old man is seen crossing a road with cars and becomes frightened and freezes. Another man jumps out of his car and gives the old guy a piggyback ride to safety. And here's a father returning from the military as a huge surprise gift for his family.
That's dope. Only reason that wouldn't have been dope if they would have they would have been like, all right, we're gonna open it after we finish playing this game of basketball, or in certain kids' situations, Fortnite. All right, I hope Dad had some holes poked in that box.
This Kenyan runner, Kenneth Kipkemoy, has some difficulties finishing a 10-kilometer race. He tries his best to cross his line, but fails every time. A few moments later, another runner, Simon Chapreau, picks him up and helps him cross the finish line and holds him up until medics can arrive. Simon's win was forfeited to help his friend, but he was later awarded $15,000 for his sportsmanlike deed. This is the tear-jerking moment when the boyfriend of a girl helps her shave her head because she suffers from alopecia, which makes your hair fall out. You can see it's tough on her. But then, her boyfriend shaves his head in support of her, and she bursts into tears. Truly heartwarming. Some fishermen in...
That's fire right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's tough, man. I told y'all the story of my mom's and the whole cancer incident, man, and me seeing that as a kid, her lose her hair. That's a tough thing for a woman, man, because women put so much pride and attention. Come on, you've been plenty of places with women or tried to go somewhere. What are they spending most of their time doing before y'all get ready to leave? Getting ready, right? And a lot of time is spent in the mirror, right? They're fixing their hair, they're putting the makeup on, they're back fixing their hair, they're fixing the hair, they're putting the makeup on, they're back fixing the hair, and you're like, what year are we leaving? You know what I'm saying? So losing that hair is something to them we'll never truly understand for them. So for him to do that was super dope.
Russia caught something other than fish. A swan trapped and tangled up in a mess of fishing line. It looked like the swan had all but given up and was resting upside down, its head lying on its stomach. Fishing line had tangled the big swan to some tree branches, and the line was wrapped around its neck several times. It takes some time to finally get the line off the bird, but the bird is so tangled up, the fisherman brings it to the shore and uses scissors to finish the job. The swan is now free and looks like it will recover, and another swan, possibly its mate, was watching the whole rescue. It sure was nice of these guys to take the time from fishing to save an animal. This child was walking along in the rain when he noticed a brick over a drain and picked it up. Underneath is a bunch of garbage. He starts to remove the junk, and the water starts to drain. Just doing a friendly deed. In Amsterdam, a dog playing fell into a canal and wasn't able to climb out. A woman passing by jumped into the water to save the animal. She looks to be having a rough time when another man jumps in to help. After a little bit of a struggle, the dog is finally brought back to the bay. These office workers could have just drank their hot coffee in front of the cold window washers outside on a scaffold, but that would be rude. Instead, the guys outside get a nice surprise when the office buys them a coffee.
And thank God he ain't just pushed that window quick when he went to give it to him, bro. I'd have been like, that's what I was looking at, like, hey, slowly ease that window open, fam. Like, I tip my hat to those window washers, bro. You see how high they be up, suspended down, holding on by what? Probably some carabiners and some rope and what else they got on? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. A harness maybe. A harness, I could probably think of them having on a harness, some carabiners, rope. What else? They suspended. Like, yeah. That's tip my hat to them, bro.
What you're witnessing is a daring attempt to rescue a 9-year-old black Labrador named Hardy that was out on a walk and found himself trapped in the partially frozen river. Fire and rescue services were called, who crawled across the thin ice.
Good boy!
The dog is back on shore where he's dried off and happily wagging his tail, thanking his rescuers. Had these kind people not been there, the worst could have happened. Here you see a guy successfully rescuing foxes that fell in a concrete storage drain.
Yo, buddy grabbed him with his hand and just was like, yo, bro, I'd have had on gloves that came all the way up to my shoulder, trying to grab like a whole like catcher's mask I'd have had on with the catcher's suit and the gloves that come out, trying to get him, bro. Fam just grabbed him with his hand. Salute to you, bro. This Joker caught him in the air that time. That one's no, I got it. I got it, bro. Just leave me. I got it.
Sometimes there's truly positive acts of kindness like these window cleaners disguised as superheroes. And here you see the emotions of a little girl named Fidel from Nigeria after receiving a doll. Some guys notice a couple of seal pups need help and capture them. Fishing line is wrapped around the neck of the first animal.
You gonna get better now?
They cut it off and the baby seal runs back to the ocean. The second seal has plastic wrapped around its neck. When they cut it off and open the net, the seal is calm, relaxed, and not trying to bite anyone. It likes to be pet and wants to hang around with its new friends. Asrar Khan Usmani has saved so many animals, the people have nicknamed him the Spider-Man of Bangalore, because he climbs tall buildings and trees to help the animals. He's rescued cats, dogs, monkeys, and birds that have been trapped in difficult places. He also works with veterinarians and firefighters anytime an animal needs help. Asrar is a random act of kindness just waiting to happen. A woman uses a pair of kitchen tongs to snatch 4 baby ducks out of a sewer drain they had fallen into.
Oh, look, she hears him! She hears him! Go back! Oh, that's like the sweetest reunion ever.
That's dope.
A man from San Diego took part in a random act of kindness project and came up with the idea to take some homeless people out to breakfast. Being homeless once himself, he rounded up some hungry-looking people from the street and gathered them together at a restaurant for breakfast. No, he's not rich, and he didn't win the lottery, and is still trying to survive himself. A man in Perth, Australia stepped into a gap between the train wagon and the platform, and his leg was stuck. Authorities tried to free him. When this didn't work, they asked everyone inside the cars to go outside and help push the train enough so the man could get his leg out. On the second try, he was free. A traffic cop runs over to help an old lady get across the road safely. A man with special adult needs found himself behind on his home taxes, and he had lost all the people that had helped care for him: his mother, grandmother, his father, and his brother. Neighbors learned that he had a $50,000 tax lien placed on his house, and he might end up losing his home. They started a GoFundMe page and was able to raise enough money to save his home, and at the last moment, a neighbor donated $3,000 for additional taxes. That's a lot of kindness. Eugene Yoon wanted to do a life-altering act of kindness. He saw a video on his Facebook page about a man named Arthur who was unable to walk. Eugene knew he had to help him, but it would cost $80,000. Eugene quit his job and hiked from the California-Mexico border to Canada. People donated to his cause, and he was able to buy the robotic exoskeleton so Arthur could walk again. He then went searching for another random act of kindness project and met Alberto Velasquez, a seamster that lives with 24 family members under a single roof. Eugene said that for years he wanted to start a clothing line, and Alberto had inspired him to finally do it. Now Alberto gets paid making shirts that Eugene sells on kinlovgra.com. A win-win act of kindness. In China 2017, two cars collided at an intersection. The car overturns, leaving the driver trapped inside as a man tries to pull him out. But it's not going to happen. But within 20 minutes, more than 20 people rushed to help push the small SUV back to the upright position.
See what we can do, bro, when we come together. Like, we so powerful when we come together, and this right here is a perfect example of our strength when we come together as a people, man. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds so cliche, but it's so simplistic, bro. It's the truth. This right here proves that we were able to do this.
More than 20 people rushed to help push the small SUV back to the upright position. Believe it or not.
And the thing about it is, the people didn't even think twice. They all ran over there to do it, man. And that's another thing, without thinking.
No one was injured in the accident. Traffic can be scary. A small dog was hit by a car that didn't stop. That's when an 11-year-old boy raced out into the street facing oncoming traffic and picked up the injured dog and brought him to safety. That's a super dangerous thing for a small, young child to do. The boy was praised for his heroic actions. A man who...
And what's crazy is that dog will love him forever, and that dog will turn around and put his life on the line for that kid. You know what I'm saying?
Looks inebriated was crossing a railway with his bike when he tripped and fell down with the bike. The man then starts to pick up the items on the ground. Unaware there's a train he can't see behind him headed towards his way at full speed. Railway workers start running towards the man, and one just barely tackles and pushes the man off the tracks as the train speeds by. In Bangladesh, a flooded river separates.
Talk about in the nick of time, bro.
Behind him, headed.
Fam had to get a running start
Towards his way at full speed. Railway workers
Look how close.
Start running towards the man, and one just barely tackles and pushes the man off the tracks as the train speeds by.
Fast acting.
In Bangladesh, a flooded river separated a baby deer from its family. But a local teenage boy took the tiny deer in his hands, raised his arms, and crossed the river. Sometimes the water was even above this brave kid's head while he skillfully crossed the river, bringing the animal to the shore. No one was hurt, but the man spent 9 years in prison. That's all we got for now, folks. If you liked the video, subscribe.
Love the video, bro. You know what I'm saying? Faith in humanity it has been restored, will be restored, all of that, all of the above, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to those of you who constantly do random acts of kindness, man. And hopefully just keep doing it, man, and it'll rub off on people that you don't even know are paying attention to you. You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to y'all, man. Love y'all to death. It's your boy L, man. We all family, and we're gonna do this thing together. Till the next reaction, I'm out. Peace. Y'all stay solid. Hey.